Yo guys, Insane Gamer 52 here, and today I'm going to be reviewing all the guns from the Modern Warfare 2 beta. So I did get every gun to max level. I had 63 hours of playtime on the game, and I made sure to use every gun for at least 5 matches. So I think I have a pretty good idea of the, just how good each gun was. Future Insane Gamer here, and I didn't realize how far back on my desk the mic was. So sorry that the audio quality isn't quite up to my normal standards. Also, I am getting over a cold right now, so please don't roast me too much for the nasally voice. Alright, so let's start it off with the FTAC Recon. This gun was absolutely absurd in the first weekend of the beta, but they did nerf it, so it would have been OP, but it is just a great gun for now. The Joker. It was pretty fun to use, actually. It's the normal Javelin. It's about the same as always, which it means it is a decent weapon. You know, you can get some nice double kills with it, but overall, it's not a great weapon. And by the way, for the secondary weapons, I am just comparing them against other secondaries. I'm not going to be comparing them against primaries because obviously all secondaries would basically be like alright or meh. So next up we have the Lockman 5.56. This was the assault rifle version. It was solid. It was pretty good. It was really accurate. It didn't have the fastest rate of fire or time to kill, but it was super, super accurate. It's tough. It's right in between great and decent in my opinion. I'm going to say it is great. It is below the FTAC Recon, though, in my opinion. M4. The M4 was actually kind of disappointing. Once you got a couple attachments on it, it was a little better. But the default class actually was really bad with it. It was better with no attachments at all than with the default class. But, it just didn't hit. It was decent. It wasn't that great of a gun. You could get some feeds. It was reliable, but it didn't stand out in any way. The Sakin MG38, in my opinion, this was the best of the LMGs. LMGs aren't my playstyle. Once you aim down sight, it's great, they're accurate. But just their movement speed, their mobility overall, the ADS speed, it's just alright. Which again means it's going to be a decent one. I'm going to put it below the M4. Alright, next up we have the LM-S, which was a marksman rifle. That was, honestly, it was just an alright weapon. It really wasn't that great. Nothing special about it. Didn't really shine in any way. Alright, next we have the Signal 50, which was the only sniper that we were able to use in the beta. And it was a solid sniper. It's a normal 50 cal, Barrett 50 cal, or Signal 50 cal. I think it's because they couldn't get the copyright for a bunch of the names. That's why they had to use, like, Lockman instead of, Scar for that. Signal 50 is decent. It was decent. You know what? It was great. It was a very good sniper. As the 50 cals usually are, semi-auto, one hit to like the middle of the torso and up. It was a good sniper. The Lockman 7.62 was the battle rifle, I believe. It was a semi-auto. And it was good. It was really good. It was not quite as good as, well, you know what? After the nerf, I think it was better than the FTAC Recon during that second weekend. I really do. It was really consistent, 2-hit kill at all ranges, solid rate of fire, good recoil control. It was a really good gun all around. The TAC 56 is an OP gun in my opinion. This was one of the top guns in the beta. Oh my god, was it incredible. Whew! That thing absolutely smacked. I don't know what it was, but the rate of fire was good. The recoil was good. The damage was good. It was incredible all around. It's one of my top 3 guns for sure. The Cast-Off 74U is actually one of the others. One of my top 3s. Also very OP, even without attachments. Like, you couldn't put attachments on it unless you did a little glitch thing. And even then, you can only put like 2 or 3 on. But it really, that thing was absolutely wild. It smacked. It's so tough. They're my top 2 guns in the beta. That's really tough. I'm gonna say that the 74U usually had a slight edge in gunfights, unless of course you were longer range. But the 74U, it's an SMG in an AR's body. It had the range of an AR, damage of an AR, but it kind of had the mobility of the 74U, an SMG. All right, next up we have the 5.56 Icarus, which actually was a lot of other people's favorite, at least light machine guns. But for me, it was all right. It wasn't that great. I'm gonna put it below the Joker. It was just all right. You know what? It was all right. Yeah, there we go. It's all right. All right, the Expedite 12, the only shotgun. The Expedite 12, it was a good shotgun for what shotguns should do. It's close range. It was a primary. It was between alright and decent. I'm gonna say it's alright. You could get some good feet. You know what? If you could set yourself up in close range situations, it was decent. The Pila! Oh my god. This was my favorite secondary of the entire beta. One of my viewers challenged me to use it for an entire game. I went 30 and 19 with it. I got a triple kill. I got many double kills. It was absurd. That was really good for a secondary. I'm not gonna say it's OP, because that would just be a little out there. But it was a great weapon. As a secondary, it was a great weapon. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's about right there. That thing was incredible. That thing was, plus it could lock on to aircraft. Yes, please. All right, next up we have the Fennec 45, which is the Vector. This thing was incredible. I will say at range, it took like 6 or 7 hits sometimes, which it's a submachine gun with a wild rate of fire, so it shouldn't have range, shouldn't have a lot of damage. But up close and personal, absolute shredding. I'm not going to say it's OP, because we couldn't really put attachments on it, but it was the top of the great gun so far. That gun was absolutely incredible. The X12 is the only meh in the game, in my opinion. That thing was so bad. You couldn't put attachments on it. It was a pistol, obviously. It was a semi-auto pistol. Couldn't put attachments. It was pretty weak. It had a low rate of fire. I mean, the recoil was alright, but like, the time to kill of all guns in this beta was absolutely wild, especially once you started putting headshots in, and the X12 just could not compete with anything. Nothing. Like, you had to get them by surprise from behind to be able to get a kill with this thing. Like, they had to have absolutely awful aim. It was just not a good gun. Lockwood Mark II. People thought this was a sniper for a while. It's a marksman rifle. It was very good. It was great. It was a one-hit kill to the... It was a one-hit headshot for sure. I think it might have been like shoulders and up. Correct me if I'm wrong if you guys know. But I believe it was one hit from the shoulders and up, which as a marksman rifle, it's like the Mark II from Modern Warfare 2019, I believe. It's a bolt action or a lever action rifle with, a good one hit potential and then not too tough to follow up with. We're going to put it at the top of the decents. It was a very decent weapon. I think it was better than the M4. I don't think it was as good as the Signal 50 just because it didn't have the killing potential. The X13 auto. It's a full auto pistol. It was actually really good. It was really good. It was competing with some primary weapons. You could treat it like a secondary if you got close enough. But you could get 2 or 3 kills with a single mag of this, and the rate of fire was really good. It's a full auto pistol. Honestly, it was decent, great. It's another one that's like right on the cusp of between decent and great. I'm going to say it was decent. It was near the top of decent. I'm going to say it's below the Lockwood. Again, we're not really comparing primaries and secondaries, but just that's about where it falls. The Lockman Sub is another one that, in my opinion, was OP. I don't think it was quite as strong as the other two, but it was a very strong weapon. There's nothing else you can say about it. It was incredible. Close range, it had really good medium range. Long range, I mean, it is a submachine gun, so I didn't expect it to really compete, but it kind of did. It competed much better than like the Fennec. It was really, really good. That is one of my favorite guns. These are my top 3 of the beta, hands down. Next up, we have the M16, which I was an M16. It wasn't really that great, honestly. It was just all right. I'm gonna say it was the top of the all rights. It did have the one burst potential, but like you had to get like chest shots and a headshot or something. Like it really wasn't that great. It was all right. It's honestly close to meh. It's the most meh of the primaries, in my opinion. Well, that would put it below the LMS. It's worse than the Icarus. Is it worse than the LMS? I'm going to say yes, it is. The M16 was not good. The FSS Hurricane, very accurate submachine gun. 50 round mag as well. It's kind of like, it reminded me of the PDW from Modern Warfare 3. 50 round mag, a decent rate of fire, decent damage, pretty good range for a submachine gun. It was pretty good all around. I'm gonna say it didn't have the time to kill of a lot of the other weapons, but it was the most accurate of the submachine guns, in my opinion. I'm gonna say it's decent, and it's near the top. It's either, we're gonna put it above the Lockwood. It's the top of the decents. It was very good. The Rap 8, the last one in the beta. This was a light machine gun. It was an average light machine gun in pretty much every aspect. I think you could kit it out to be like a little more run and gunny, kind of similar to a Scar, but not quite. It still is a light machine gun base, and honestly, it was decent in my opinion. It was decent. So we're gonna put it between the M4 and the X13 Auto. Yeah, that's the list. That is my rating for every single gun in the Modern Warfare 2 beta. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys agree with these, if you, you would put something in a different place personally. Yeah, I will have the link to this tier maker in the description down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And feel free to subscribe for more in-depth guides in the future, although this wasn't quite an in-depth guide. But that's usually what I make. Yeah, alright, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.